No, possibly that 50% mark was set because at least there will be 50% merit-based and 50% reservation-based. Maybe it was more palatable for people to accept that rather than a 70-80% reservation. But I'll ask you very quickly. You're saying caste survey, do it, get the head count and then allocate resources accordingly. That's fine in its own regard. But are you also for increasing reservation limit to 60, 70, 80%?
There are areas in the country where 90% population is tribals and Dalits. Where do they go? I mean, I think what we should do actually is to make the supply so abundant that the demand matches it. Right now, there is less number of seats available, less jobs available, and that's why there is a hue and cry of how many seats we can give. If you make the supply abundant, if you put resources in creating jobs, if you increase the number of seats for engineering, for college, for education, they will not have this problem. I mean, we have to work in tandem. And you know, when you say that 50% should be merit, I think it should be 100% merit. But what about a large chunk of our country that has not moved as quickly as some of us have? What about those people who don't have access to money, resource, connections, who can't get to a college, who can't get education, and are living in abject poverty? And this country cannot grow and get its place under the sun in the global world unless that half of our country is brought to the front line.
Okay.
And the way to do it is not giving money, is giving opportunity. And I'm asking for level playing field, but you cannot ignore those who have all access, studying in the best schools and colleges, competing with people in villages who have hardly anything. So you have to have a balance. But having a head count, how does it hurt? Let's get the facts out. Let's not do, tera, mera, I know better, you know better. Let's get scientific proof of what the numbers are, and then we figure out how to move forward.
Okay, fair enough. Head count at least can be a start for a rational debate. I have to ask you one final question, Sachin, before I let you go. We're talking about the youth. I don't want to make it too personal, but, there are several leaders of your age bracket who have lost the Congress party recently. Your fellow former congressman, there was a time when there were, movement linked to you as well. Why is it that the Congress party, your party, is failing to retain its young talent?
Well, I think just to add to your comment, we have lost some talent who's not very young also. We have Captain Amrinder Singh, we have Ghulam Nabi Azad, we had Ashok Chavan, and we had tons of other people. So people who are not, don't have the stomach for a fight will do what they have to do. Some people have personal compulsions, and this government of the day is using every resource at their disposal, whether it's enforcement directorate, CBI, police, income tax to subjugate. And once people cross over, suddenly they become blame-free and become the best people in the world. That's between them and the BJP. I have nothing to add. All I can say is that those who are committed for the party, who believe in the ideology and will fight till the end, those are the kind of workers we want to cultivate. And today in the session at AICC in Ahmedabad, we are giving a clarion call for this year to be the year of organization, to reach out to the blocks, to the panchayats, to a mass contact program, door-to-door campaign, to galvanize the supporters, and people need a strong opposition. We have been put in the opposition, but for 4.5 years, I can assure you that the Congress party, our workers and our leaders will be on the ground, voicing the voice of the people, raising those issues and making this government accountable. Kaun aa raha hai, kaun ja raha hai, it's part of politics. I will make no comments, but I think ultimately people are the best judge. Whether anyone makes a decision, good or bad, you and I can't make a decision. The people of India will decide whether this is right or wrong.
All right. I do appreciate you joining us, Sachin Pilot. Thanks a lot for speaking here on Rising Bharat. We look forward to more stories coming in, not just for the youth that the Congress party will be connecting with, but also, of course, your state of Rajasthan as well. All the very best, and thanks a lot for joining us.